Back row ministry, the world premiere, Mr. Marty coming back at you live and direct. So we have another death of a very, very famous actor and director, Mr. Rob Reiner. Him and his wife found murdered in Brentwood, California. Of course, Brentwood is the scene of the Nicole Simpson murder, with her and Ron Goldman being murdered in Brentwood, California. And we see that Rob died or is found dead at 78 years old, along with his wife, and what they're calling an apparent homicide. Just a horrific way for Rob Reiner. A guy's been around for a long period of time. One of my favorite actors when I do see Rob Reiner in films. He's always hilarious, a good director. He's directed a lot of different films, and definitely known for his role as Archie Bunker like to call him, Meathead, in All in the Family. But found dead in Brentwood, California. And early on, they kind of give up the ritual when they blast All in the Family. All in the Family. So Rob, of course, died on 12/14, and 12/14 was a day with 17 days left in the year. And if you've been sticking around with me for a long period of time, 17 is the kill code. 17 is the kill code. Also, 348, 348 days, the 348th day of the year, 71, 35, and 17. But 17 is that kill code that we look for. And 2025, of course, is the year of death. So he died on 17 date numerology. We'll look at his birthday as well. So as we look at what they give us, the first thing they give us is All in the Family. Archie Bunker, you know, um, that was his show. He talked about his son-in-law. That was the character that Rob Reiner played. So All in the Family. See, All in the Family is 6678. Those are our reduction numbers, and reverse reduction numbers also 147. So 147 is not prime, but just wanted to show you it's 147. So in my history, looking for the energy so they can make this death ritual work. If you go to All in the Family is 6678. Homicide is 66. See how the energy has to tie together for the death ritual to work. So homicide is 66. All in the Family is 66. Rob Reiner dead at 78. All in the Family is 78. Then we go back, of course, to the kill code 44 and 17. He died on a date with 17 numerology. So all the energy kind of flowed together in this ritual. They also gave us when Harry, and we'll put Brentwood. And like I said, Brentwood, remember, was the place where Nicole Simpson, she was murdered in Brentwood. So Brentwood is 44. 44 the kill code. Also 46. 46 is the number of sacrifice. We got 127. Getting very slow response from this thing. Getting a really slow response. All right, so 127 is the 31st prime number. Remember, 31 is 11. So 31 is the 11th prime number, but we got a 126 in play. All right, so we get the 44 and 46 codes out of Brentwood. And Brentwood, the energy of Brentwood ties in with kill, and it also ties in with kill and sacrifice. When we go to the number, the word sacrifice, it goes to sacrifice. Sacrifice is 46. So sacrifice is 46, sacrifice is 62. So strange enough, he had two sacrifices in Brentwood, California. So Brentwood, California, I wouldn't really move there if you're a star because it seems to be the place where a lot of these big ritualistic sacrifices are taking place. And we're talking about very brutal murders of people in some of these places. We had Rob and his wife murdered in Brentwood. So being very, very mindful of that place. But we see the energy of Brentwood matching up with the energy of sacrifice. Sacrifice 46, Brentwood 46. They also they're messing with the site, so we can't do this. They also throw in Harry met Sally in the mix. We'll throw it in there. So when Harry met Sally, 83, 88, and then the 227 number comes in. So 227 was a number where we see that in a lot of rituals, the number 227. We'll check to see if 227 is prime or triangular. So 227 is, of course, the 49th prime, that 49th prime number. And 49 is 7 squared. So anytime you see death also, you'll see the number 7. The end number, number 7, kind of appears. You know, watch movies, you'll see 17. He's going to the 17th floor, the 44th floor. But then you'll see the number 7 sometimes when, you know, death might be around the corner. Death might be present. You'll see that number 7. So 227 also showing up in this ritual. 88, of course, the Trump number. He dies in the year and time of Donald Trump in the time of 88. So a lot of energy, and the energy is just matching up perfectly for this ritual. So let's go back here, and I'm gonna come off of this because I want. All right, getting a lot of slow burn around here. All right, so let's go here. I want to pull up one more thing. And we go to Rob's Winky page. So Rob Reiner did at 78. We know that. We know that. We have that information. He was born March the 6th, 1947. March the 6th. So we know that'll be a date with 36 numerology. March the 6th, 1947. And he played Mike. Maybe he played Mike. And also, let's put Meathead in there. We didn't put Meathead in. Put Meathead up in there. So he played Mike, which is 20 and 25. He dies in the year of 25. Mike, 38, the number of death. So when we talk about death, death is 38, death is 20, death is 20, 25. So his character kind of matched the numbers in death. And like I say, a lot of times sickly, they know what they're gonna do to these individuals. You know, you want to have a career in acting, you want to move up, even behind the camera, they continue to stalk you. So, you know, definitely, you know, him coming from a family that was already famous, you know, was he marked for death? I mean, was he marked for death? Was he marked for death? Very sad. All right, remember they called him Meathead. and Meathead 3042. And we go back into our energy. See Homicide 42, Meathead 42. Um, had the energy of 30, just making sure they haven't matched up any more energy. But don't see any matching with 30. I do see how Homicide is 42 and Meathead is 42. So, sometimes it's just, I don't know, just a thought. They already know what's going to happen to this actor down the road. Do they already put the plan in play? Well, we're going to call you Meathead 42, and Meathead just so happens to be a person who dies due to an apparent homicide. I mean, it's very sick, very, very sick to do that to somebody. But you're dealing with very sick people. They really don't care about anything else, and they believe in this stuff. That's what makes them dangerous. That what makes them dangerous. So even inside of his character, we still see the ritual unfolding. Um, First name was Rob. Rob 17, Rob 46, Rob 19 and above chaos. But funny, you see how his name is just Rob. It's not Robert. It might be Robert, and they might have shortened it. But they were calling him Rob. So if we go to his regular name, it was Robert Norman Reiner. But they were calling him just Rob. Just Rob all that time. And we see Just Rob had significance because Just Rob, R-O-B, carried the kill code in it and the sacrifice code. You see, they're already planning. They were already planning. When they told him, just call yourself Rob, they were already making plans for Rob. They were already making plans for how his story would end. Very sick people. Very sick people that you're dealing with. Like I say, you just want to have a career in Hollywood. You didn't ask for this extra stuff. Reiner, 59 and 58. Rob Reiner, his full name, 59 and 58. And we take 58. We see the energy of 58. Saw that energy before. I see 48 in homicide. I thought I saw the energy of 58. See 139. So any big numbers, I do try to bring them down. So that's 34, the 34 prime. I thought I saw 58, but I don't think I saw it. So we see parts of the ritual in his first name. Reiner 42. Reiner 39. Remember New York 39. Meathead 42. Reiner 42. Homicide 42. Reiner 42. See how things, the energy must match. And the energy in a ritual must match. All right, so for the time of his birthday, March 6th. So we can go two ways with the birthday. Go three. Try to go two ways with the birthday. Let's play with this. And there we go. So from the time of his birthday to his death was 283 days. Of course, we want to check, make sure that's not prime. So that's the 61st prime number, the 61st prime number. and 61 is 18, so we'll check that. He died on a date with 71 numerology, however. So it's 283 days in weeks, 40 weeks, 3 days, in weeks by itself, which is 40 weeks, and in months, it's 9 months, 1 day, 9 months, 1 day, or just 9 months from his upcoming birthday. If you put months and days together, you get 9 months and 8 days. 9 months, 8 days, 91. So that was a day with 71 numerology. But we got to go back if this holds, because sometimes it doesn't, which is not. Oh, surprise me. So let's see if we got a 61. Let's see, 62, 66. I'm going rough for it. Like I said, if I miss something, I hope you guys can catch it. Just put it in the comments, so something that care. But I don't see a 61. But he dies 9 months, 1 day before his birthday. Trying to get this back up. Was Rob born in New York? I see the code of 39. And remember, we know that New York is the 91 number. So remember, 91 is the 13th triangle number. So 13, of course, the number of change. So just pay attention to Hollywood. Because remember, we got a lot of things going on in Hollywood. One of the big things, the Warner Brothers, the sale of Warner Brothers. So Paramount is trying to buy Warner Brothers. Netflix is trying to buy Warner Brothers. So that company might get broke up. We don't know. But Hollywood is about to go through this major change. Cinemas aren't making the money they used to make. They're not even putting out material like they used to. So Hollywood might fall to the same fate as the music industry did. Remember, they stopped making CDs, and once CDs kind of fell off, there was nothing to sell. So everything went to streaming. So Hollywood is facing streaming now, which is the major change. So are they preparing for this major change and, fighting for survival? Because now, they're really not needed anymore. You can make a movie in up the street where I stay in Newark and make it look like New York. So that's pretty much the approach that is going on in Hollywood. But, once again, very sad. More strange deaths in Hollywood. And this time, taking the life of a beloved actor and director, Mr. Rob Reiner. Rest in peace, Rob. He just wanted to be an actor. He just wanted to be a director. And, the other part of this is the dangerous part that, you have to understand if you get involved with these people, especially when you're going to the high levels of directing, that, these are very dangerous people and you never know who you're dealing with. So Hollywood is a very dangerous place to navigate, just like the music industry. And it's taken the life of another great one, Mr. Rob Reiner. Back Row Ministry, Mr. Moxley, peace and hair grease.